Hello friends, welcome to my channel My3 Investment. My name is Naveen. Please subscribe and also support. Yeah. So today's topic is about becoming a Crorepathi. So as it is written here, I have written here. It's easy. It's not impossible, but you need to follow some discipline, which I am going to explain you how to do that like that. So let's quickly start. So what you need is first of all you need patience. Always remember this. If you want to create a wealth, you need patience. You should always remember this KGF dialogue: violence, violence, violence. I don't like it. The same manner you should always try to remember patience, patience, and patience. I like patience. You should remember these words. Let me start with this one. Then it will be easy. Your life will be easy. If you have a long term visibility of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, like that, then your life will become easy. So this is first thing what you need to keep in mind is you should never disturb your uh, investment in the particularly in the equity market. So this there was a study actually by in the US market. So you can see the number year date here. So 1975, 1977 and all, they were used to hold for 5 years. What if they buy any equity? They used to buy like a FD or something like that. So nowadays it is keep on coming down, down, down. Now the average holding is 10 months. The reason could be anything. I know the one is could be that you got access on your mobile or a computer. Earlier it always used to be in a paper. You have to buy something and then you need to wait for a newspaper or something to see the share price once in a day or something like that. So nowadays it is available on a click of a button. Even doing a transaction is also it's very easy. Within few seconds you can do a transaction. That's why, and also people are also getting tempted. If they see the profit or if it is going loss, so they will try to disturb it. So first discipline, and also some people they want to uh, take a debt because of multiple reasons. In India, for example, if you take somebody wants to buy a house, that's why they will sell mutual funds. So somebody wants to buy some car, they will buy the mutual fund. So if you do like this, you will never achieve your financial independence, or you cannot become a crorepati. So if you want to become a crorepati, you should have a dedicated investment savings plus this investment. You should never get into long-term traps, like getting a home loan and buying a house at your at earlier stage. Of course, if you are already 45 to 50 and over about that, so then buying a house makes sense. Otherwise, if you take a loan at the earlier stage, you will make the bank rich. You keep on paying interest to them, and then yeah, then they will you don't have enough money left for investment. So I would say maybe I can also make another video on this, house, buying a house or renting a house related thing. But anyway, of course, you should not get into long-term trap so that you will not be able to, invest kind of thing. And also, if you are thought that okay, I'm going to invest in some mutual fund or something, you should keep it for a long term. So this one you should always try to remember. The average holding has become 10 months. If it is 10 months, means it's really bad. This is even the US average holding, everybody are also doing like that. Even in India also this trend is continuing. This is really bad. So this one you should keep it in mind. You should never disturb. If you started a SIP or something. So another thing is you should never try to chase the returns. In the beginning of your career, for example, if you're a 20 25 year old guy, you started just getting the salary and all. You should never try to chase the returns. So important thing is always getting the capas. If you have, for example, some 1 lakh, 2 lakh and all, even if you get a try to get a ten times or something like that. It's even, of course, it is 20 lakh is a big money, but it's not so easy to get a 10 bagger. You have to have a dedication for that, to learn a lot of things in the share market, and you should be able to lucky enough to get a multi bagger. Then you can get a 10 bagger or 20 bagger like that. Otherwise, it's most of the people, if you try to directly try to pick up the stock, then it's difficult. You can see here, this is a statistic. 90% of people will lose the money in share market. That's why it's not so, investing is not so easy, and even you should not waste your time in trying to chase the returns by investing in the stock picking and other things. Instead, you should focus on your career, so that you can get a good job, good hike, you can jump to a good company, and you should try to earn more there, more there. That will definitely help you. And also research says even 89% of the fund managers, they will try to beat the index returns. Index means there's 50 companies, for example Nifty 50 or Sensex 50, where this Sensex and the Nifty is defined. That returns, I mean, good thing about that is, if the company is not performing, that will go out of the Sensex. That will always, maintain this index. That's why, I mean, beating that is, even for a fund manager, is difficult. That's why I think you should not overcomplicate till you have a good corpus. Till that time, you should concentrate on your career, and you should try to increase your income stream. Next, let's come. I think if you have decided that, if you have uh, decided to invest in a mutual fund, then let me also, I mean, there are an option of step up your SIP amount. If SIP means, you can every month you think of investing 10,000 or 5,000, whatever, the money. And then you can also have an option of stepping up, because your salary will increase, and then you can also step up, increase your 10% or 20% like that. So let me go to the calculator. Also, I've given the link there. So as you can see, this is from the Grow app. So here you have the option, you to become a Crorepathi, how much you have to invest like that. Just to give an example, I've given 10,000 as the SIP, and annual step up of 10%. So first year it will be 10,000. Next year it will be no 11,000 like that. So 10% you keep on adding it. It's not a big amount. So of course, depending on your capabilities, you can also increase it. For example, if you make it 20%, then actually 20% if you make step up, then you have to pay 12,000 in second year like that. After that, 2,400 extra you need to add to that like that. So if you do that, then you can see I have given a expected return rate of 14%, and I've given a 15 years time period. So if you do that, your amount will be 86 lakh. So your total value will be, you will get a returns of this much 1 crore, and your value will be almost like 2 crore. So 15 years is not that much. So if you see per year, it has got 12,000 to 12 months, and you will be investing first year uh, how much, 1,20,000 like that. So it's matter of I think 120 plus 60, yeah, 180 months. 180 months period. If you think it is 15 years, it looks big. Otherwise, if you calculate in monthly basis, it is only 180 months you need to pay. 180 months if you're paying 10,000, and if you are not disturbing your investment, and then of course you can become a crorepati. So even I don't want to have a 10%, 20%. Even if I give 10%, then you will get, you will already become a crorepati. So just with that one, you are going to invest only 38 lakh over 15 years period of time, and you will become 1 crore. It will be easier if you are lucky, and if you get a more returns. So that's a 16% or something. So it will become 1 crore 20 lakhs. And if you increase your time period, for example, instead of uh, 15 years, if you increase it for 25, if you are very young, and then you can think of the returns here. So if you invest for, oh sorry, 40 is too much. Let's give 25 years. So here, it's 7 crores, 7.67 crores. If you are young, then you should think of investing here, and then you keep on investing this much money, and then you will definitely become a crorepati. So the discipline needed is, you should not take out your investment, and you should keep investing. and yeah, choose some mutual fund. It doesn't matter which mutual fund you choose for a long period of time. I mean, it doesn't matter. Let me quickly show you some of the returns. Why I am saying, for example, 14% or 16% like that. So just, I mean, of course, now the market is at almost like all-time high. That's why it's showing more returns. Otherwise, in an average, you can expect 12 to 15%. So you can see a 10-year returns, average returns. So the normal top performing funds, if you see 19%, Flex fund has given 18%, 17%. So on average, it's always more than 15% or 16% it's showing now. Some of the small cap funds and all given 25%. As I said, actually this has given 28%. As I said, currently it is we are at all time high. That's why this returns is showing much. But you don't need to give 24 here. If you just give 15% just to calculate and keep quiet, then it will create a long term wealth. So let's give here, for example, 15%, or on a lesser side you can also give 12%. So instead of 20, let's also give 20 years. So that also has become 2 crores. Even if you don't want to step up, then also you can think of okay, which is a step up calculator. So you can also search uh, without the step up as well. So then also you will create a so crore. You're already Crorepathi, 1.37. If I give 5% of the top up as well. So to come back, important thing is you should choose one product and you should continue there, and you should never disturb it. And 180 months, you keep counting down. So for example, if you start today, so you should keep saying that, okay, 180 months now, next month comes 179, 178, 177. If you do like that, so your crorepati dream will be coming closer. In For example, if you are, I mean, 10,000, if, for example, if the IT guys and all I've seen, for example, if they just start, they will get a salary of, 3.54 lakhs like that. So within, if they got 10 years experience time, they're already, I mean, currently they're already getting like 15 lakh, 20 lakh, 25 lakh. So in that case, 10,000 is nothing. They can also increase it, for example, 20,000, 25,000 also they can make. So if I make 20,000, for example, annuals, this one for example, let's keep it 10% only. So we can think of here, just 10 annuals, expectation is 12%, 20 years period time. If they invest, it's really create a good wealth. So why we need, nowadays, families are becoming nuclear families, and also you cannot dependent on the children. You don't know where they will go. They may stay with us or they may not stay with us. So going forward after 20, 30, 40 years time, we don't know what will be the future. And also because of the inflation, cost keep on rising up. As soon as you retire, that day onwards you will not get income. Of course, if you're planning for your other regular income, then it's good. Otherwise, your regular income of salary will go away. If you don't get a salary, if you don't have enough corpus, then it's tough. That's why you should always plan for your retirement, and you should follow this. That's one point I want to just say. This is step up calculator. You can also use a normal SIP calculator. Also, you can Google it. Without step up, also you'll get it. So just to simple, if you give 10% step up, then if you start with 10,000 and expected return rate of 14%, if you put within 15 years, you can become a crorepati. So as I said, IT guys and all will salary will increase. They can also step up. It doesn't matter 20,000, 30,000 also they can do, so that you are achieving of your 1 crore dream will become getting closer, and it will be faster like that. So that is another thing. And here also there is an article, crorepati dream 10,000 monthly SIP in one of the mutual fund. They've also given with the example. It has created 16.5 crores in 29 years. Let's say even if you are already at 30 years, so 30 years means if you add another 25 years, 55. Yeah, this is the perfect age. Even if you are late and if you start at 30 years time, if you're retiring at 59, for example, it's 16.5 crores with just without step up. This is also without step up it has created. Just let me quickly show you that article as well, which has come recently in Economics Times. As you can see, I can also increase it a little bit. So yeah, yeah, this is the Crorepathi Dream article which has been published. So this is a mutual fund. This mutual fund, for example, HDFC Flexi Mutual Fund, one of the oldest mutual fund running actually. So it is given 18.87%. As I said, actually, it is actually anywhere between 12 to percent. You should always have less expectations. So since in the beginning it was giving more returns, that's why this fund has given 18.87%. Just if you had invested, 10,000 from that year onwards, definitely, it is given a 16.5 crores. It's unimaginable. Yeah. So simple thing, you keep a plan of 15 years, 180 months, keep putting 10,000 every month. Choose fund, it doesn't matter which fund you choose, because each of these funds, as I also showed in my earlier videos, they will have multiple, stock. They would have invested in multiple stock, and they will manage. There is a fund manager who will actually keep managing that. So that's why it doesn't matter much actually. As you can see, if I go to portfolio, yeah, here, so you can see they'll also invest in good companies like blue chip funds. So they will keep on changing it. For example, they increase it, decrease it, like that. And then there is a fund manager who will manage that. So based on this NAV also, keep going up and down. Let me quickly check here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see here. Sometimes there will be dip up and down. So you should feel happy. For example, if I see here, the NAV on that day was 2019. It's 519. And if you see next here in the when there is a dip, so it is 345, 345 or something. 352. So that means if you keep continuing your SIP, you will get more number of units, because if you put 10,000 divided by this NAV, that many units will be allocated to you. If you keep on buying it, if the share market comes down, you should feel happy because you will get more units in a longer period of time. It will help. So